from uh, from Hyderabad, Radhika Ben, who is with us, and she shall be sharing the words of wisdom, speaking to us about MURLI as a foundation of Gyan, Yog, Dharna, and Seva. So let us all welcome Radhika Ben, and we shall start with a short meditation, and then we will hand it over to her. Rakhi Ben, can you play the music, please? I'm having some problem. Rakhi Ben?
Sure, I shall do that.
Yeah.
मधुर साज से भरे अंदाज में बुलाए बाबा पुकार के बच्चिया आवाज से परे मधुर साज से भरे अंदाज में बुलाए बाबा पुकार के बच्चिया सितारों से दूर सितारों का जहां बाहें खोले, दिल से सुन ले, मृदुल स्वर में वो बोले, राहें देखे बाबा बाहें खोले, दिल से सुन ले, मृदुल स्वर में वो बोले, कुर्बान करके आ पुराना जान, सुन प्यार से पुकारे वो शिव क्षमा, जी भर निहार के लिए पंख प्यार के हम उड़ चले, आवाज से परे मधुर साज से भरे, अंदाज में बुलाए बाबा पुकार के बच्चिया, सितारों से दूर सितारों का जहां, रहता परम सितारा बेहद सुकून वहां, सितारों से दूर सितारों का जहां।
Thank you, Puneet bhai. Radhika Ben, over to you. Welcome, sister.
So it is wonderful to be able to meet you all early in the morning today. So when I heard about this Vyakta Murli, that you all revise and you have different topics, it's wonderful. Because when there is the gathering and then there is that interest to learn, automatically you derive so much for yourself and for others. I remember, long back, I think about 6 or 7 years ago, happened to be with Dadi Gulzar, and Dadi asked, it was just a casual, a few sisters were sitting around. It wasn't an official class, that's what I'm trying to say. And Dadi looked at us and she asked, what do you do after you listen to Murli? And a very simple question. What do you do after listening to Murli? And everybody automatically said, we will churn, we revise the Murli, we think about it and all that. What Baba usually tells us to do, that's exactly what we do with Murli. Dadi just shook her head. And we were wondering, what else do we do after we listen to Murli? Is there something else we're missing? Dadi said it won't happen. You won't churn the Murli. You won't revise it. You won't think about it unless you've not heard the Murli with that interest. So the word Dadi used was utkanta, means deep interest in Murli. So Gyan, Yog, Dharna, Seva is automatically understood. What is Baba trying to tell me through this Murli that I have to, apply in my life? What is it that I should use? What are those tools that I need to use to be able to serve others? What is it that Baba is giving me information about, which is, that I need to follow and bring it into life? And at the same time, how to connect to him. So all these four aspects are grasped automatically. They say in psychology, there's something called a word called aha experience. The whole day we keep, getting information and we understand it and we process it and we try to bring it into life. But then they say aha is like, sometimes when you're listening to Murli, you say, oh my God, this is so right. Everything what Baba, because knowledge is truth. Knowledge is truth. But the thing is, there are these moments that, you feel this is something that I really needed. So to be able to have that experience, utkanta, as Dadi Gulzar put it, throughout the Murli, you automatically are able to know what I'm supposed to do the next moment, because knowledge is the truth. So with So truth is about how I am able to take that knowledge. For example, today's Murli, it was about contentment. It's about contentment. Baba gives us knowledge about what is contentment. Baba said, this is your foundation. Mm. This is your property and inheritance. Contentment is your property and inheritance, and satisfaction is your personality. And this has to be expressed through your attitude, through your drishti, that is through your vision, through your actions. Mm. And this contentment is the one which will be able to serve others. So the thing is, this is all that information that Baba gives through the Murli, that what is contentment actually. And then Baba talks about the three types of people, or three, category, three garland around his neck. The one which is very close to are the ones who are always constantly content. Very few special souls, Baba said, because contentment is a speciality of Brahmin life. So Baba said you're able to experience it all the time. And the ones who are the second category, Baba said, are the ones who experience sometimes, and there's a slight wave of dissatisfaction sometimes. And today's Murli, Baba was wishing, Brahma Baba especially is having this spiritual chit chat with Baba, that how about coming, all these smaller group of souls who are in the second category could come into the first category. That was his wish. Yeah. And the third category are dissatisfied with so many aspects. With the self, with our own sanskaras, with others, with situations, one after another, all the time. So this is knowledge that Baba gives us. And then Baba talks about why is it that we are not able to be content, even though Baba is the ocean and he's giving us all the time? Because Baba talked about awareness. This is yoga, the subject of yoga. Until unless you do not connect to Baba, that awareness is not there. Then you cannot be an embodiment of attainment, the embodiment of awareness. So I'm the bestower. Baba said, I'm the bestower of blessings and the bestower of fortune. So until unless you do not connect to me, where would those attainments come in? I just can't sit there and say I'm very attained. No, in connection with Baba, do you get it? And Baba said the seed of discontentment is lack of attainments. There are a lot of attainments. So there's a room here, and then there are a lot of things in this room. It is pitch dark. What would you know? What is there here? And I would just ask you, what was there in this room? You just went in. You would say, sister, it's pitch dark. There's nothing there. No, there's a whole lot of things are there. But because it is dark, you cannot see it. Awareness is light, as Baba says. Baba always says, attention ka switch, awareness ka switch. So this is yoga. Then Baba talks about Dharna in today's Murli. It's about what would happen if you're content. How would it be visible to the world? Baba used this word, in English, Baba said blameless, nirdosh. They would not blame anybody. They would not consider someone to be wrong. That means you're not questioning anything. To find something is wrong, that means you're questioning it. So you're not questioning a situation, you're not questioning your own, what you call as health, however it is, you're content. You're not questioning what people think about you. You're not questioning about relationships, other sanskaras and swabhav. No. And then you have this sparkle. Wherever you go, you're spreading this sparkle around. You're bringing benefit. And at the same time, Baba also spoke about Seva in today's Murli. Baba was speaking to Badi Dadi, the Prakashmani, and Dadi Chandramani. They both are going on a trip, some Seva tour. And so Baba talks about how they don't have to make an effort. They are merged with Baba, combined. They are the few Maharathis, Mahavir, Baba says, are the ones who are able to take Baba along with them. So when they give drishti, vision, or they speak, or they perform actions, all of that others will always experience blessings. Through their actions, they experience blessings. Through their words, they experience blessings. Continuously, there is seva going on. So Baba says you should be combined and merged with Baba so that you are able to serve easily and others should experience blessings through you. So the 4 subjects Baba spoke about, because where the knowledge is truth, and yoga, love. There has to be love. The more I'm connected to Baba, the more there's love for everything around, the whole family, everything that I do, myself. So the thing is, love is the foundation for yoga. When it comes to dharna, purity. So Baba today, he said that contentment is not there because there are limited desires. And desire comes from lust. So dharana, purity, comes when there is a foundation of purity. And seva is rahim, mercy, is the foundation. How much mercy you have for the world is the extent that you want to serve the world. Sometimes Baba talks about how the devotees are calling you, for just a little anjali, a little bit of peace and, peace and strength. So are you able to listen to them? And today Baba spoke about the devotees too, that, the more you're content, they're able to derive all that you've attained for themselves through us. So the 4 foundation I have seen in Dadis, a few thoughts, a few experiences I'd like to put it across. When you talk about yoga, I've always seen Dadi Gulzar in silence. And we all know she's known for the power of silence. And so I remember, Dadi was taking a walk inside the center. And she's going from one end to another. And there's another sister accompanying her as she walked. I thought of joining in, and so I joined in, and somehow a conversation started with that sister who was walking with Dadi. Who started it? I don't remember. But then we started having this conversation, and that sister responded, and I asked a few things, and then suddenly I felt, what am I doing? Dadi is in silence and Dadi is walking. And why are we having this conversation at all? I mean, is it necessary? I mean, we could be in silence and remember Baba. Why? And then I felt bad. And so I just asked Dadi, Dadi, are we disturbing you? Because there was so much silence. We felt we are creating sound there. It is not necessary. And so I asked Dadi, are we disturbing you? And Dadi looked at me and she said, no. And Dadi said in Hindi, no? So Dadi said, मेरा काम का है तो मैं सुनूंगी, नहीं तो मैं उपराम हो जाती हूँ. If it is of any benefit for me, then I listen to it, or else I go beyond. So the thing is, it is, when a lot of people tell me, I'm not able to have yoga, I'm not able. Yoga is all about this. Yeah, as Baba says, it's something as simple as in today's MURLI, to be aware that Baba is a bestower of blessings. So I'm connecting to him, I'm blessed. I'm experiencing those blessings. When there is no experience, then there is effort. A lot of mehnat, labor, not effort, labor you experience. So I've also seen, once I remember, Baba said, when you're content with what you're going through your body, with relationships and everything. I remember once picking up Dadi, not picking up, I was also a part of it, and we were going together from Oxfordshire, where the retreat center is there in near London, from there to back to London. And Dadi Janki she had a very chronic spine problem. I'm not really aware what it was, but there is been a problem for many years. And Dadi frequently would take these injections, and they would give it through the spine. More than the illness itself, that particular injection is very painful, I heard. So that was the time when Dadi was given that injection, and we were supposed to, because there was somebody waiting, and there was a program in London, and we had to drive back. So there was this one sister, Mariam, I remember, she was driving the car and Dadi sat behind, and they, put a lot of cushions for Dadi to feel comfortable. And a 40-minute drive immediately after that injection. And Dadi was sitting, and I was sitting next to Mariam in the front. And when we took off, we're driving down, I was like concerned about Dadi, whether she's okay or not, because they were all very concerned. Dadi, aap theek ho, everything, they were very worried. So I was also feeling, I don't know how Dadi would be, behind, I don't know. And then I asked Mariam Ben, Mariam Ben, shall I ask Dadi how she is? I just asked, because I don't know if Dadi is resting or I don't want to disturb. So Mariam Ben looked at me and she said, Radhika, Dadi's not there. I said, what? What do you mean? She said, no, Dadi's not there. We were both whispering. She's not there. No, you see, she said. And I turned back and I saw Dadi wasn't there. She wasn't there at all. She was sitting there, but she wasn't. She's gone. Totally gone in silence. She is okay. Dadi Janki always would say, don't ask me how I am. You should never ask anybody for a Brahmin, especially, you should not ask, how are you? Huh? So Dadi would say, don't ask because we are fine anyway. So if somebody asks, how are you? Dadi would always say and respond in English, better than you. Huh? So because Dadi says, you have to be okay. Why should you ask each other, how are you? How are you? Hmm. So to be able to experience that silence. So in today's Murli, to go beyond desires. This Baba says, Icha matram avidya, to be ignorant of desires, is contentment, limited desires. Where you're getting, in place of that, you're getting unlimited attainments. Even to have that instant, gratification, like, instantly I want this, instant, that is also limited desire. Even in Seva, we said, I did this, I want immediate result. You're not going to get it. Not every time, no. And sometimes if you keep getting it instantly also, it doesn't really, evolve you and make you grow. It doesn't increase your patience and tolerance and all that. I've always, I'm talking about knowledge, and I've seen Murli, how much importance is there that Dadi Gulzar spoke. And practically, I've seen that, I remember, Dadi Gulzar is not very particular about what is coming and what is going. And to see, the accounts or things like that, is not into all that. But there was always, I've noticed, for health checkup and all, she'd come to Hyderabad and she was staying with us. And I noticed that Dadi would always, ask Neelu Ben, "Oh, file hai na? The file is there." No? And Neelu would say, "Of course, yeah, it is there." When she's leaving the room or when she's going somewhere or she's reached back, always she'll ask about that file. And I was thinking, what is that important file really, where Dadi is not really interested in anything else? What is so great about this file? So a lot of curiosity. I asked that Neelu Ben, is that, that file, what is there in that? Kya khazana hai? What is the treasure there in it? So I really want to know. And Neelu Ben said, yeah, you should check what is there in it. Open it and see. And I opened and I saw inside that day's Murli notebook pen. Till recently, Dadi would always, now Dadi's hand tremble and all, but always studying. If you open the door, suddenly into the room and Dadi sitting and writing, studying Murli. Always, all Dadis. So I've seen the ones who study the Murli and they enjoy the Murli and they automatically imbibe it. Automatically they use they remember those points and thoughts at the right time. They know what is that I need to imbibe in Seva, what is that imbibe to have that impact on others, what is it that I need to do to connect to Baba. All these they remember at the right time. To remember at the right time is actually the sense of everything. I know everything, but to remember it, that this is contentment. But what is, yes, Sunday's Murli, last Sunday's Murli, today's okay. What is the last Sunday's Murli? I should instantly remember what is last Sunday's Murli, past, present, future. Past, present, and future. So what was Baba telling me? I can listen to Murlis and Murlis and read Murlis and Murlis, and I can have all the points and everything. But the thing is, with how much interest am I listening? I have to listen because Baba says, oh, Name Brahman. Baba's used this word many times. Name Brahman means the one who is like a Brahman with discipline, in the sense, you listen to Murli, do Amrit Vela because you have to. I mean, that is what Brahmins do, and you do it. But how much is the heart in it? Today, Baba spoke about heart. When he's talking about attainments and removing limited desires, Baba's talking about heart. So how much extent is that, you are, you know about these attainments, you know about this knowledge, but how much is it getting into you as dharna is on the basis of how much you're using your heart. That is your love, your interest. How much is there? I remember long back when I talk about we talk about dharna, and practically you see dadis. I remember once there was this annual meeting, and we talk about contentment in relationships. I practically saw, and about 1,000 odd sisters and brothers are all sitting there in the annual meeting, and there was this topic. Usually they select a topic for the year. Like there was the one year that was receiving God's blessings, something like that. So they select that. So there was Nirvir Bhai and Dadis and all, Brij Mohan Bhai, Ramesh, were all sitting on the stage. And the topic was going on. Usually everybody puts in their thoughts, and then it is finalized with Dadis and Nirvir Bhai, and Brij Mohan Bhai. So we were just watching, and then the topic came up, something to do with God. Something like receiving God's blessings or something like that. I don't remember that topic that year. So they came up with that, and they were finalizing it. And one brother, I won't mention who he is, but he just got up and he said to Dadi, directly to Badi Dadi Gul Prakash Mani was there, sitting there on the stage. He got up and he said, Dadi, you don't know the world. He said, you don't know the world, and nobody is going to come if you keep this kind of topics like God and blessings and all that. Nobody's going to come. Nobody's going to come and take benefit of this. So I don't think so this is going to work. And you could hear in this whole conference hall like that, how can you talk like that, something like that. But it's not that. Dadi never questioned it. Acha. She just said that, and we thought, fine. I mean, this is not something that he should say to Dadi, that you don't know the world. How can he say that, And then, Dadi shut all our minds, because every time there was any conclusion or any sort of, what you call as finalization of any topic or anything, let me call that brother Prakash. That was not his name, but let me call him Prakash, okay? So Dadi would look around and say, Prakash bhai kahan hai? Dadi would say, and aapko theek laga? Dadi will ask him every time, aapko lagta hai ki dunya mein acha lagega? Do you think the whole world will like it? Will the public enjoy this topic? Do you think we can finalize it, brother? Again and again and again. I mean, genuine love and respect. That brother was like, I can't tell you, he was so, apologetical. Dadi, I'm sorry. He came on the mic and he said, Dadi, I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know how I said that to you. I'm sorry. That is dharna. I'm very nice to everybody. I'm good. No, this is spiritual dharna and genuine, authentic, content with you. I'm very content with you. I don't want to blame you, like the whole, everybody was sitting there, had one thought at least. I mean, of course, Dadi made us all not question it. We stopped, we just put a full stop. Your contentment is making others content. Like what Baba said in today's Murli. This is Dharna. Somebody was sharing that there's this brother, I think it was in 2008, was traveling from Abu to Mumbai in a train. And there was this brother who was taking care of one of the departments in Abu. I don't remember his name now, but he was there. And then we were just talking. And then this brother tells Benji, we miss Dadi so much, Dadi ko bahut hum miss karte hain. But Dadi, if she's there, she'll come into a department, she'll talk. All that he was sharing, and I really wanted to know more what Badi Dadi used to do. And then he said, I want to share my story. And I said, I really would like to know. He said he was surrendered when he was 19, and in the same department which is now. And he very honestly he put it across that he was very lazy, and he would just get up Ramrutvela, do Murli, and then go and sleep. And all the department people had complaints about him. And what kind of a sevadari is he? That he is nowhere available, and all the time he's sleeping. Whenever he gets time, he goes and sleeps, even if there is an emergency. So they went and complained to Dadi. Said, Dadi, we don't want this, brother, because he was a prospective, is going to be a surrendered brother. So they didn't want him. You put him in some other department, Dadi, where there's no urgency, because in our department, we need everything urgent. Sometimes we need to miss your afternoon sleep also, but this brother is not at all equipped for that. So take him away. So Dadi called for all of them to come along with this brother. So Dadi took this, brother, this 19-year-old brother aside and spoke to him. And Dadi asked him, तुमको क्या नींद की बीमारी है क्या? Do you have a disease which is, want to sleep all the time? So he said, yes, Dadi, I am very lazy and I feel very sleepy, and I can't help it, and I just sleep. How much ever I tell myself, I just can't. So Dadi said, Acha, tumko hai fir? Haan, I have. Then Dadi didn't tell him anything. Dadi took him again, and with all this department people were sitting there, and Dadi sat along with the brother, everybody, and Dadi said, ye manta hai कि इसको नींद की बीमारी है. This brother is agreeing, he's accepting that he has this problem with sleeping. And everybody said, yeah, okay, fine, he has a problem. So Dadi said, इनकी तरफ से मैं माफी मांग रही हूँ. I'm apologizing behalf of him. They said, Dadi, you can't fold your hands like that. You can't. And she said, no, मेरे तरफ से उनको माफ कर दे. They took him. He said, he's that 19-year-old brother. Now he's heading that department. He's saying, I'll never forget. I never slept like that after that. This is contentment. Not questioning why you have sleeping problem. Why are you troubling everybody? Why you people are rejecting him? Content. So the thing is, I remember Dadi Janki telling once, and she asked me, Thursdays in London, Dadi used to take a class for sisters every Thursday. So I was sitting there. So Dadi would just point at anybody and ask a question. Very scary sometimes, and she want accurate answer. And Dadi was looking at everyone. And she asked, what is it that you all are working on in your life at this point. What aspect are you working on? So I said Haji ka part, to say yes to everything and not question anything. Dadi said you should go beyond it. I said, what is it going beyond the Haji? Dadi said, to be able to catch the touching, to be able to know what is the right thing at the right time, to know what would Baba want me through me at this point. What is that point of knowledge that I need to apply and imbibe right now? I should be able to catch that. I can't just wait for someone to come and tell me what to do. It's not, Baba Dadi was of course not talking about manmad, that I just do what I like, no. But then to be able to know before someone tells me. In the center, of course we have a clock. In every center there is a clock in the hall, right? And I'm just telling you that the clock sometimes stops. Naturally, the battery you have to change, to stop. There are times when someone comes up to the sister, from sister, says, sister, the clock is not working. Did you notice it? It's not working. And I know some people, they will get the batteries, they see it's not working, they'll get the batteries, take the clock, put the battery and put it back. This is going beyond Haji. Somebody comes and tells you, please don't put the battery. No, you don't have to tell me. I know. Taj, Jimmewari ka Taj, Baba says, no? The crown of responsibility. This going beyond Haji. That when you create thoughts for Seva, it's going beyond Haji. Haji, chalo, do this, do that. Okay, I'll do it. Fine, that's wonderful. But to be able to go beyond that. So the more I'm content with my role, what Baba has given me, Baba said in today's Murli, you don't blame others. You don't blame the bestower of fortune for what kind of fortune you received. You don't blame drama. You don't blame anything. You just take responsibility. There were a lot of people say, what is this? Nobody's doing anything about this clock. Kya responsibility? Arre, aap kuch karo na. There was this forward in WhatsApp, so many forwards come. And I liked it. They said, you can't change the world with your opinion. You can only change the world through your example. There are a lot of opinions, how things have to be. How I remember somebody, I was having a conversation in Shantivan, and I happened to be just the witness, just standing there and having these two people having conversations. And this mother was talking to one of the brothers, and she's saying, Ye kya hai? No? She's saying, what is this? There are surrender ceremonies for sisters, like the 25 years and 30 years, and they get all celebration on the stage and, all that. So much respect and all that. What about we mothers? We are in knowledge at 40 years and everything. And absolutely, there should be some sort of a ceremony for us also. I mean, I remember there was at some point later, I don't remember, but she was just in a very sweet complaint to this brother. I mean, the brother is not responsible for anything, but then he was just listening. And then he said, that's not how it should be. I think it should be like this. So he said, mother, what we have to do is to be content with what we have. What Baba feels and what Baba wants to give, he will give to us in many different ways. Many different ways we'll receive, because we are not vanchit, we are not losing out anything. The only thing is we are receiving, we enjoy it, but we don't question it, and we are content. And what we have to do, she said, yeah, what to do? What you have to do? You have to, when on Shivratri day, Shiv Jayanti, the cake is there. We understand so many years have gone through wonderful without us. Many years we were not there. So what we have to do, just eat the cake and enjoy. Right? Baba is running it all through these years. Do we come now and question it? No. So the thing is, in the lockic way, when people say, just be content with what you have, is still very limited contentment. Baba talks about something more deeper. That when you don't blame, you don't question, that is real enlightenment. When you stop questioning drama, you enlighten soul. I remember that when we talk about Seva, I've always seen, dadis, have this heart to do so much and so many plans. But when there is, for dadi, sache dil par sahib razi, when you have a true heart that Baba is talking about today, whatever desires you have, Baba will fulfill. All desires he'll fulfill. You don't even have to ask. I remember Dadi Janki, she was driving down Oxford, and she saw the Oxford University. It's a beautiful campus. It's everything stretches of green, and all the students sitting under the trees and studying. That's the kind of environment which is there in that university. When she saw that, Dadi saw it, and Dadi Janki mentioned to someone in the car, I think it was Jayanti Ben, that it would be wonderful. I mean, I know she did not, Dadi did not mention, she just thought how wonderful it would be for our brothers, sisters to have such a campus to sit and study. We just have a classroom and that's about it. So Dadi was feeling it would be so good to have such, place, with such a huge lawns and everything and trees to sit down and study, it would be wonderful. And in just a span of few months, we got the retreat center. It has a lot of green around, exactly how Dadi envisioned. So sache dil par sahib razi. So what you are content because all desires will be fulfilled by Baba. And he makes us equal to him, that we are able to fulfill everybody else's manokamna, everybody else's desires. So every point and each point in Murli, you see, each of it can make my life. Jiya Dan, listen, donation of life. Ek ratan lakho, it is so priceless, Baba says. Na? Every point. So to be able to understand it, I remember Dadi Gulzar taking a class in Shantivan long back about churning, the power of churning. Dadi Janki and Dadi Gulzar very, they would churn a lot. So Dadi would say, how do you churn something? So take that point and keep questioning it. Daddy would say, question it. Why? What? How? Contentment? How? When? What? Who? All questions. You question that point and get all the answers. This is churning. So the more you churn the knowledge, the more the clarity of what has to be applied, what has to be used as a tool to remember Baba, and to have that entertaining, Ramta Yogi Baba says we've experienced that joy in connecting to Baba, to serve others, and so on and so forth. Able to give that experience to others. And time again, I've seen that, when someone is, been drinking this nectar of knowledge and bringing that into life, they not only just the world out there, even for Brahmins, for each other, they're able to bring so much benefit because they truly believe in what Baba says and they want to bring it. They know what to say, when, and how to be how. That comes automatically. They're Rasyukt, Yogyukt, Yukt. I'll share one experience of mine with Jagdish Bhai. Jagdish Bhai is, he has a whole lot of knowledge. But at the same time, in his interaction, the more the knowledge you have, the less the arrogance, actually. The more the simplicity and humility. So when that I was talking to Jagdish Bhai, and that was a point where I had to take responsibility of the center, and the senior sister became unwell and she was not there. It was sudden responsibility and I wasn't ready. So I was expecting a senior sister to come, and I kept on asking the sister there, when is the sister coming? When is the sister coming? So our senior sister felt that I should speak to Jagdish Bhai. So Jagdish Bhai asked me, what is your problem in taking care of a center? I didn't say anything. What am I supposed to say? So he said, Jagdish Bhai said, is it because you feel you might make a mistake and it'll come on to you because you're a responsible person and you'll be blamed? You're scared of taking blame? I said, probably yes. I think that's what it is scaring. I'm not really up to it. So Jagdish Bhai said, don't worry. If there's something goes wrong because of you, some decision you've taken or something, it goes wrong. You know what you have to do? I said, what? Just tell everyone that Jagdish Bhai told me to do it. Just put it on me. I don't mind. I am used to taking blame. I don't mind. You tell. Of course, I would never ever put the blame on Jagdish Bhai ever, but that gave me so much courage. You would not blame others, but you're ready to take blame. Contentment again. That kind of deep dharana. When you are attained, you don't mind bringing a solution for someone. Just yesterday, I got a call. I mean, somebody, she went into this YouTube and started checking, when do you die? There is some, I don't know, it's a YouTube or a game. I don't know what it was. When will you die? What kind of a game is that? And then they gave 3 dates. And one date was 47 years, and she's like 46 now. And as soon as she entered 2021, this year she's going to be 47. Now she's gripped with fear. So she called one of her sisters here yesterday and she's crying and crying. And then she said, I'm going to die. I'm going to die now. I don't know how much of a logic you give her, because it's her fear is, most fears are illogical anyway. So she's like totally, distraught and all that. So, I told her, what is a solution? I mean, you can't tell her to remember Baba and things like that, because she has so much faith that she's going to die this year. So forget about her picking up meditation and all that. So I told her, you tell her that I felt somewhere that she's not going to die this year. Tell Radhika Ben is telling like this, that you're not going to die. And, you have a lot of things to do. You're not going to die so early. You have long life. Because I remember, and then of course what happened was she told and she cried and said, thank you. Oh my God, I'm so relieved I'm not going to die. I'm not going to say, no, that is not something, that's a lie. I'm not going to tell her anything. Can you make someone content at that point? I mean, that no other logic is going to work. I mean, I'm not going to tell her, just listen to MURLI every day and all. That's not going to work. You have to make life easy for others. No? So I remember Dadi Janki, when Yagya just started, and it didn't start, but when they came to Mount Abu, and then all sisters, all Dadis went to different places, to their own homes. Baba says charity begins at home. So Dadi Janki went to Mumbai. That is where her Lokik mother and her brothers and all were settled. So went there, and then she would go to the beach every day with a stick and sit there on the beach. Now, there were no centers, nothing at that point. And she would take the stick and keep drawing something on that sand. And when people would come, she would say, I'm an astrologer. I'll tell your future. So they'll all come and sit. And Dadi would say, and she will make the cycle and she will draw the swastika. And Dadi would tell them, I'll tell you 5,000 years future of yours. Not just one birth, 5,000 years. And they would be amazed. What an astrologer. So bestower of fortune is ours. Naturally, we're the best astrologers. Na? I remember, I'll just end with telling you, I think I was just the first year in knowledge, first year. And there was an astrologer who had come to our Lokik home. He was a patient, and he came and to visit my mother and everything. And my father was there. He said, please see her hand. So at that point, my grandmother was not well. And so the sister in the center had come to visit my grandmother. She was there. And so this astrologer took my hand and he saw it and he said, I'm not understanding your hand, he said. I don't know why he said that. He said, I'm not understanding your hand at all. What's all this? And that sister was sitting there She immediately, she said, you won't. She said, you won't understand. He said, you know, I won't understand. Why? She said, it's under construction. It's under construction. Yeah, her future is under construction. It has been constructed by God. So that is what it is. Our life and future is constructed by God Himself. Okay, thank you so much for listening today. And I don't know if I have just 2 minutes. We can do a small exercise. I took a little more time than what you've told. It's okay. This is about, you just think about something that is bothering you. You want to resolve it. You want to bring solution. You've been thinking about it. Something, whether it's about yourself, about others, or something. Just think about that situation for just about a minute. Yeah. Put it in front of Baba. Once you thought about it, just write yes in chat so that I know that you've done it. Okay. Yes. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the list. And think of a number from 1 to 20, is it? 1 to 20. Think of a number from 1 to 20. Any number. Okay. Once you've thought about the situation that you've put in front of Baba, and now you take one number from 1 to 20. Okay. Now I'll show you the list. Is Gitesh sharing it? You have an answer from Baba here. Pick up the answer from Baba with your number. Read it for yourself. For example, if your number is 8, whatever happens, never lose courage. I'm here to help you. I will make everything simple and easy for you. This is Baba's answer for you. Okay, number 7. I'm God, your friend. I'm always there to listen to your heart. So never feel burdened about anything. That's what Baba's telling you. This is a letter from Baba for you. 18. Do not bother about what others talk about you. I always see you with elevated vision. I'm proud of you. 9. Why do you think so much? My hand of protection is always over you, over your head, and my work is to protect you, sustain you, and fill you with blessings. This is 5. 5 is your body, mind, and your wealth. Everything is mine. Don't worry about anything because I'm the one who's taking care. Yeah, you can use this, of course. Screenshot, please take it and use it. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Radhika Ben, for this wonderful, wonderful insight and depth on all the 4 parts of Gyan, Yog, Dharna, and Seva, and how we can connect it with daily Murli. Thank you very much. Puneet Bhai, would you like to play the music?
Yes.
प्यार कर सांसों को ले मेरे मना शिव बाबा को याद कर जी भर उसको प्यार कर सांसों को आबाद कर कर ले मेरे मना। आया है लेके झूमती बहारें, रिमझिम बरसती स्नेह की फुहारें। रंग निराला है रूप सलोना, दिल चाहे उससे जुदा कब न होना। अपना इंतजार कर बैठना हिम्मत हार कर, प्रभु का तू दीदार कर ले मेरे मना। शिव बाबा को याद कर, जी भर उसको प्यार कर, सांसों को आबाद कर ले मेरे मना। यादों की लहरों में जो लहराए, एक अलौकिक सुख वो पाए। शूली को कांटा कर दे, कांटे को जूही, पर्वत को राई कर दे, राई को रूई। दिल ही दिल में बात कर, मन में मुलाकात कर, खुद को तू आजाद कर ले मेरे मना। शिव बाबा को याद कर, जी भर उसको प्यार कर, सांसों को आबाद कर ले मेरे मना। सांसों को आबाद कर ले मेरे मना। सांस
Thank you to Baba to create this wonderful family and to have all of us together. Thank you once again, Radhika Ben, and we shall look forward to have more of you coming on our group. Right, sister? Thank you, everyone, and we see you all tomorrow morning again at 5:30. Om Shanti. Bye-bye.